You ready for a Black Desert?
No, it's not downloaded.
Yeah. Been up for 3 hours.
I added a good meme at the end. Let's look at this queue now. 12 pages should last 3 hours. Credits to Doom and Reissue. I just turned down the volume of him manually. I right click on his name.
I was just checking the volume.
Huh.
Dude, my internet's so fucked.
Hello?
Banana.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. Gotta check out my stream.
Yeah. What's up?
Check out my stream.
Okay.
It's all snowy and stuff.
This is a legal business permitted by the head of the League of Merchants. You can trust me.
Let me know when you're on.
I'm watching.
Yeah. Finish queuing up these
This way.
items on the market.
What are you showing me?
It's all Christmassy decorated. And there's a Santa in the sky. There's a big Christmas tree in Heidel. This is pretty cool. Crap FPS in the city. It's I wonder if there's any computer system that could run the city 60 FPS, no break, or max settings.
Oh, you stepped on my drawing. Where am Hello there, I'm Laura. Take a look around, adventurer. This place is full of
Someone in chat is like, Santa is real! Oh yeah, talk to that guy.
If you've a lot of stuff, leave it with me. Within your allotted space, of course. Storage space. You buy a house to use for storage, I'll give you some more.
Alright, just need to sell a couple of things and then I'm headed out from the city.
Hello there, I'm Laura.
I want to get to level 45 so I can revive people with my wizard. That's pretty cool.
Your stream looks really smooth.
Thank you. When I'm outside of the city, it's about 60 FPS. Inside any city, it goes down to like 20 to 30.
This is Delph Knight's castle. It's more like a war zone at the moment, though. Are you part of the reinforcements?
To battle! Cross the bridge and head up to the castle. Hello there. This is the Delph Knight's castle. It's been a while since the order was sent.
Calm down. Elian's blessings will save you. It was without a doubt Elian's will that brought you here.
Ah! A stone! Oh God! Elian will take care of us. Yes? What? It's so noisy, I can't hear a thing. Oh! Did you see that man dropping from the sky? Those winged monsters rushed in last night and started to destroy the castle.
Res is a little clumsy, but I observe.
With the brightest!
careful around the Black Harpy links.
Aim, fire!
Ouch.
Aim and fire. This is Delph Knight's castle. It's more like a war zone at the moment.
This dude's such a boss. He's a law student, so he just like knows the law and he just rides within a line of it. Like you're not supposed to have red and blue lights on your car, so he gets orange and white and then makes them reflect off the paint jobs so they look red and blue, and then just lets cops pull him over all day and just like schools him because he's like a law student and shit. He's like right now he's like. He's like, so you're telling me that those aren't red and blue lights? He's like, nah, it's been modified by Rouse. That's why I got a bolo out on my tag. If you'd run my tag, you'd see that, you know? And he's just like, well, you know, he's like, is this something you were trying to issue me a citation on? He's like, well, I can. He's like, well, you can, and you're more than welcome to, but you can ask Officer Marsh, ask Officer James Dodson, ask, you know, he's like going through all this. He's like, actually, James is the one who put the bolo out on my tag, and he's like just going through like all the cops that have already pulled him over that he like knows personally and shit. Yeah, it's pretty funny here, and it's good. It's good. He's just like schooling motherfuckers, dude. He's like, you're more than welcome to, but I will appeal it and I will win. Like, Jesus Christ. I love it when you know the law like that, man. Like I've been that way with a couple cops. I ever tell you the story? Oh, you weren't even in the group when this happened, dude. I got pulled over by a private investigator, and he was trying to play like he was a cop. So like the whole time that it was going on, I thought he was a cop. He even whipped his badge out, trying to pretend like he was a cop. You know what I mean? And later I found out he was a PE or PI. But he was into like a white McLaren, and I was riding home from work. And yeah, so he was in a white McLaren, I was riding home from work, and it was a merge lane. And he was in the merge lane, and it merged into a single lane, and I was in the non-merging lane. And he was way back a couple cars, so he sped his McLaren up to try to I guess, cut in to the merge lane. And where he was trying to cut in was right on me. I wasn't having that. So I just sat there, didn't move. He tried moving over. He's like in my lane, trying to like push my car out. I'm not moving. I'm just like looking at him with like a smuck ass face, like, really, bro? No. Like, I'm not moving, you know. You ain't about to speed up in front of him and then just cut me off when there's obviously no space. You know, you're just entitled, you know. So I was like, fuck all that. I didn't know he was a cop. He was driving a white McLaren. And he's like, oh, whatever. So he gets behind my car, and then later he gets all pissed off, and he fucking like goes around my car, like busts like around it, busts over the double yellow and goes around it. So I'm like, alright, fuck this dude. So I take a picture of his tag, just in case anything happens. I'm the type where on my bike always got my camera. Whenever somebody cuts me off, I take a picture of their tag, or I at least record or something, you know. So I'm just always been like that, and it's a good thing too, because this dude tried to pull something. So fucking, so he like fucking pulls over to the side of the road once he sees me with my phone out or whatever. I guess he didn't like me taking a picture of his car, and he gets behind me. And I forget about him. Jasmine calls me, and I'm talking with her on the phone. and I have to go pick my buddy up, who I drive home from work to and from. And so it's about 10 minutes from my work, so I get there, and here comes this motherfucker in the white McLaren. And I didn't even fucking recognize him at first, because I had already thought about 20 things since, you know what I mean? And like, so he fucking, like, I pulled up along the curb. My buddy we work at like shopping plazas and things like that for maintenance, and he was standing at the curb of the plaza, and I pulled my car up to it so he can get in, and hold on. And he starts loading his supplies in the car like he does every day. And this dude in this fucking McLaren pulls his car up like in front of mine, so his car's sideways in front of mine, like blocking it. And he's just like, I think maybe it was topless, I don't know, but either way he put his window down, or he put the top down or something. And then he was just like looking over at me. And I like looked over at him, and I didn't even think of anything of it for a second. I looked over at dudes, I was like, and I looked back and I was like, wait a second. I was like, were you that asshole who tried to fucking cut me off? Like, and I just like looked right at him like that, yeah. And he's like, well, he was just like, oh, I wasn't trying to cut you off. He's like, I didn't cut you off or something like that. And he's like, and you know what? He's like, if you want to be a prick about it, blah, 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 you know? And I was just like, well, yeah, kind of. I was like, because to be straight with you, I was like, or I said something slick. I said, I don't know, something. And then he was just like, oh, well, he busts out his badge. That's what he does. He busts out his little PI badge, his little private investigator badge. He's like, oh, well, you know, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. Well, he said that first before pulling out his badge, and that's how I knew he was a cop, because only cops say that shit. Well, that's why I thought he was a cop, because only cops say that shit. We could do this the easy way or the hard way. That's a cop-ass thing to say. So, like, he said that, and then he pulls out this little badge, and it didn't look like a cop's badge. Me and my buddy were talking about it, that I drive home from work later that day on the way home. He was like, that didn't look like a fucking cop badge. I was like, yeah, it looks like you got it out of a fucking cereal box. But, it was like skittier than a real badge. And so he pulls it out, flashes it from his wallet. He's like, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. I was like, yeah, well, I want to fucking do it the hard way. But he's like, because I could pull, he's like, I could call a green and white out here, which is basically the colors of our sheriffs. He's like, I can call green and white out here real quick. I was like, well, I want to do it the fucking hard way then, dude, because tell me why. I was like, tell me how the fuck that white McLaren gives you the right to drive like a fucking teenager and almost hit my fucking car and put my life in danger. I was like, I'd like you to call a fucking green and white out here. I'd love to tell him about it. You know what I mean? And like, that's what he was saying before all this. He's like, well, I saw you wanted to take a picture of my car. He's like, so I'll have you know, I got behind yours and took a picture of my license plate. So I got behind yours and took a picture of your license plate. And I was like, that's fine, because I'm not the one who tried to fucking cut you off, so you can take a picture of my car you want. I said something like that. And then we got into the rest of the conversation about the green and white and all that shit. I was like, yeah, bro, I'd like to do it the fucking hard way. I was like, tell me how the fuck you're out here driving like I was like, you look a little too old to be driving like a teenager, brother. And he was like, you know, about 40s, I'd say. Grown-ass man, you know what I mean, type shit. And I was like, you look a little too old to be driving like a teenager out here. Fuck's wrong with you anyway, man? And then he was just sitting there looking at me, kind of. And I was like, nah, are you gonna fucking move, bro? Because you're kind of impeding my travel here, and that's my fucking right. I was like, I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to drive my buddy and get home from work, you know? And then he was just like looking at me. He didn't have anything to say, just looking at me, and he backed his car up all slow, looking at me and shit. Like trying to keep me. I was like, well, fuck out of here, man, something like that, and I just fucking drove off. I was like, fucking people, man, I swear. And I said something, I was like entitled or something like that. I was like, entitled, huh? I was like, I owe you it, huh? I was like, I owe you it, huh? Something like that. That's all it was. Drive around like I owe him something. Like I'm supposed to be like, oh, no problem. I'll just go ahead and fucking literally like change everything I'm doing so that way you can squeeze in because you didn't want to just put your blinker on and you wanted to literally speed up like an asshole. The reason that I don't do that Like, I've had sports cars and shit, and I've never been one to do that. And I think the reason, I'm thinking about it, the reason that I've never done that is because I sit there and then I think to myself, yeah, you know what, I'm probably just gonna speed up there, and then the asshole next to me isn't gonna let me in. Because I'm trying to, like, fucking squeeze in, and I'm pretty much putting myself in the way. So I'm not gonna do that, I'm just gonna wait my turn. That way I don't have to, like, try to fight for a spot. And that's usually why I don't do it. But no, this asshole doesn't think that. No, he thinks, I'm gonna fight for you. Like, literally the opposite. Like, I'm gonna, you know? Like, what a prick, dude. That's why I was like, fuck him. But I know my rights and shit. Cops really don't fuck with me. Because that's one of the first things I asked. You know, if they start getting serious with me, like, are any guns or drugs? And I go, of course not. You know? And then, well, you mind if I, you know, listen, am I being detained? You know, look, I'll say something like that, you know, but usually it doesn't get to that. The only time I've ever even been able to use that is when I was younger, and I did it, like, half-heartedly, because it was, like, my first time ever, you know what I mean? So, like, nowadays things are different, but I fully know my rights too now, but, you know. The reason people are intimidated is because they don't know their rights, and they think the cops have more power than they do, because the cops are legally allowed to lie to you. They're legally allowed to make themselves look more powerful than they are. So they're legally allowed to intimidate. And because they're legally allowed to do that, people legally fucking fall for it all the time, basically. That's all it is. Once you know your rights, then it's like you realize there's nothing to be scared of. You know what I mean? They can't do anything to me, you know? So it's like, that's all it really is. They know that people don't know their rights, and they use that to intimidate them and be able to do things they're not even supposed to be able to fucking do, because it's legal. As long as you don't know, it's legal. Isn't that fucked up? That's the system. And, like, even if they take it to court and it's a bigger case and you don't fight it, they won't throw it out. I mean, if you fight it, they'll throw it out, you know, but if you don't fight it, they'll keep the case 9 times out of 10, too. And you'll get fucking thrown in jail over something that literally wasn't even illegal. Well, I mean, there has to be a charge, but I'm saying, like, something you didn't do. Now this law student dude's reading off, like, code to him from, like, the statute of limitations, like, or the Supreme Court and shit. He's, like, reading them off different, like, section code, like, fucking Jesus. Fucking just literally carry a law book around in your glove box of, like, all the different statutes and shit. And then just pull out, well, statute 4-03B says, like, fucking, like, pull out this heavy ass book when the cop, see your license and registration. Oh, you may not. Puts down the book on the fucking dash. He's like flipping, like, licks his finger, flips to the page. See here, you were not within your rights to pull me over for this. So have a good fucking day. Puts it away. And now the cop is literally telling him what he already knew when he started, like, what he tried telling him when he stopped him, which is that the car has basically, there's been like a bulletin put out that it's not supposed to be pulled over for that specific violation. So now he's like telling him basically what he was trying to tell him from there. He's like, alright, I'm gonna let you go because it says that there's video for, or something for, or a bulletin for this car, you know, light fucking violation, blah blah blah, you're good to go. This dude's such a troll, bro. He just rides around, his girlfriend's in the passenger seat, he just rides around with his girl fucking trolling cops all day, or all night. What a baller.
It's one way to use your degree.
Bro. I like how it grows bigger as you level up. The little spirit.
No, as you level up, it's as you do the quests. Certain quests, it gets bigger and more powerful.
Coming your way.
So you're the incredible adventurer everyone's talking about.
Let's see. Turn in this quest. Ah, that's why.
What you see now is but a mere part of the whole. The awakened is one who is
I have to go.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I have to go, or I'll be grounded. And I
Do
was
what?
eating in the feud for a very long time.
Let's do what? Wanna pull up for dead, Hobby?
Have it.
You feel
You want to bring it? Fine, bring it. Well,
They aren't intimidated one.
Ooh, I have 3 people watching right now. Is that just you two and me?
Dude, what the hell? Dude, their servers are so good. Black Desert gives me more megabytes per second than my download speed that I pay for. You know the speed test. What do you get on the speed test?
I don't know. I forgot it as soon as I sent it to you.
Because I don't know if you did the M capital B or M lowercase b. But if you did the M cap or lowercase b, then what I usually get is about 125. Okay, what does Steam say for you usually?
About 3.5.
3.5. Usually Steam for me says around, like max I get is like 14 and a half, 15. Right now,
about
I'm
the
getting-
same on Black Desert for me.
Right now I'm getting 20 on Black Desert. Well, it dipped down to 15 again, but it was up to 18 and 19 for a while. Like solid. Now it's
You hacking
solidly
or
at
something?
15. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's up. Last time I downloaded off their servers, it was like this too.
Hey, you know how a couple nights ago I was disappearing from the Dota game? And I came back saying I had to use this bathroom a bunch of times. Meta? Meta?
You filthy evil Brutus. If you try to stop me,
Another game coming your way. Spin it out now, or it's coming.
Oh yeah, I forgot I put those two in breeding. You want to see my tamer? Riding on the A-Lang.
Say what?
I'm switching over to my tamer real quick because she's in idle, and I need to get something in there. Yeah, look at this Santa guy. Getting chased by the Black Spirit.
Try sprinting across an open field on the back of a horse. It feels so nice.
Oh! I wonder what tier that is. That one looks pretty cool.
Red. Bad.
Let's see.
I'll be peeing on the ground again. These fucking ants are crazy, dude.
Oh ho ho, where is he? Ah, he's a tier 4. Not my highest, but still pretty cool. Alright, back to my wizard. Should I make my wizard a support or a destroyer of everything? I can't see.
You found me! Are you interested in archaeology? Come to think of it, Eden told me about you.
Never hesitate to help someone. Everyone's going through a hard time.
Stay away from me. I hate adventure.
Oh no! This is just too much! God has abandoned me. I swear.
There is more to you than meets the eye. You mustn't linger in places where black energy is present.
Mom, why did we have to come all the way out here?
Art. Noble women like my paintings. They recognize the soul of art.
Oh no! This is just too much!
Nobody will ever hassle you. Everything you do is the will of Elion. Cast off your stubborn attitude and discover the realm of joy.
Now the download's going really slow.